for details.
All right, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, you're listening to The Big Dog, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. Fog out there this morning, pretty thick in some areas, so please drive carefully, slow down, have those headlights on. It's amazing. Coming in this morning, I saw a light gray pickup and a dark gray SUV, which what is the color of fog? Gray. You couldn't even hardly see those vehicles, and they didn't have the lights on. So please remember to cut your lights on low beam and slow down just a little bit. There was thick fog this morning, and still it is in certain areas. Well, once the fog burns off, we'll have mostly sunny skies today. High today near 86 degrees. Just a 20% chance of afternoon and evening showers. The Altamaha River level's at 8.5 feet and steady. 62 degrees here in southeast Georgia. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Republic Services. And Bob, we got a very special guest in this morning.
Yeah, for the first time, and hopefully first of many times, Coach Ken Cribb, our new head football coach and AD, is with us here on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. Coach, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks, Bob. Glad for the invite.
Again, I know you've been busy. Like I said, we've been trying to line it up. You had stuff you had to get tied up back in South Carolina, putting your staff together, all types of interviews. But that's really what we want you in here for, is to basically, I know you've got your staff in place. Spring football is right around the corner. So just want to, first of all, tell people about the staff you've assembled, some big coaches, big name coaches coming in. So tell us how you put that together so quickly.
Absolutely, Bob. I feel very fortunate to, if you want to have success, you better surround yourself with some quality, good people. And, I feel fortunate that I got 4 guys moving to Jessup, Georgia, to come assist us at Wayne County. And I guess the first one is our new defensive coordinator. His name is Michael Ward. He's coming to us from Effingham County. I knew Mike. I call him Mikey. Knew him as a kid growing up, knew his dad. I think his dad coached here one year, years ago. And watched him grow up. He's from Georgetown, my hometown. He moved away. His dad coached all, different schools in Georgia. And watched Mikey play at Georgia Southern, had a great career there, and watched him turn into a really quality coach over at Effingham County, and I think he's been the defense coordinator there the last 4 years. And so just super excited to have him and his family moving to Jessup. To assist him will be Bubba Walker. Bubba has a long resume, great success. He's coached at Valdosta State. He was defense coordinator at one time. He coached at Georgia Southern. He's recently come from Colquitt County with Coach Props. So Bubba's been on board since day one, and he's already in the school and teaching and helping me get things situated. And he's going to be my special teams coordinator and our recruiting coordinator to help us with the colleges through his connections. And he's also going to take care of the defensive line. Coming from Summerville, South Carolina, is a coach by the name of David Poinsett. David was an All-American at South Carolina, and he's on the All-Decade team. David's coached college. He's coached arena football. He's been a head high school coach and athletic director, and he's going to take care of our academic coordinating. At the same time, he's also going to help Bubba with the recruiting with the colleges. He's going to be our director of football operations and assistant athletic director while taking care of the offensive line. So he's got his hands full, but
which coach is that again?
That's David Poinsett.
David Poinsett. Yep. Okay.
And so, and the fourth coach is Tommy Adams. Tommy was a Division I strength coach at Winthrop. When I brought him on board at Bluffton, he was my defense coordinator and assistant head football coach at Bluffton for 4 years. And he's coming from Spartanburg, Union County High School. He's also a nutritionist. He is when you see Tommy and meet Tommy Ewan, he looks the part. So Tommy's an aspiring young head coach. He wants to become a head coach. He's going to be my assistant head coach and coach the secondary. And then, of course, those are the 4 gentlemen that we're bringing into Wayne County. And then we have Sultan Cooper retaining, and he's going to help. He's going to be our running backs coach. Justin McDonald, our head baseball coach, is going to coach receivers for us. And then we're starting a freshman football team. And we've got 7 games scheduled for the fall. Jordan Mullis is going to be our head 9th grade team coach, and he'll be assisted by Zach Marks and Jason Brown. Hadn't quite finalized my 2 middle school programs, Martha Puckett and Arthur Williams. Still working on that, getting close, and I'll have those names ready to go, hopefully within the next couple of weeks before spring practice starts.
Good to see that you already got your Wayne County High School shirt on there. Nike shirt with the swoosh and the WC and the little buzz on there. Coach Ken Cribb in here, the brand new head football coach and athletic director at Wayne County High School. Bob?
Yeah, and spring football begins early May. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We are. We're going out. Went out yesterday for the first time for what we call jacket makers. That's just football conditioning. You know, it gives us opportunity to do some evaluations and help with the organization, get the kids familiar with us and how we do things. And yesterday was a great day. It really went really well. And so we'll do that over the next 3 weeks, and we'll start spring football on May 3rd. Go to 3rd and 4th that Wednesday and Thursday. But we're going to open up a little groundbreaking ceremony at the field house on May 1st, that Monday. Renovating the field house a little bit, trying to get it ready because we're talking about the three main ingredients to have success, and that is pride, character, and work ethic. And so when the kids, they're not allowed in the field house until that day, and hopefully they'll understand when they walk into their home exactly what the expectations are.
When you first got here, you met with a team, and that's what people are curious. You know the history recently, what all these kids have been through the last several years. You're the third coach in 3 years. So how's the meetings gone with the kids, and how they're responding to the new coaching staff?
It's going really well. They've really welcomed me in and taken to me. I'm real proud of what they got. I know they've had some hard times, but from day one, I've told them, sometimes the past, it hurts, but you got to move on, and it's going to be great times. I told them, I said, smile. You're from Wayne County. Could be worse. You could be from other places, but you're fortunate. You get to be a part of something that's really special happening right now.
Most people listen, they know your background, where you came from, but there's some people out there who may not know who Coach Ken Cribb is. So tell us, you've been coaching for quite some time in the state of South Carolina, so just pretty much go through your resume, I guess, and what brought you here to Wayne County.
Well, Bob, I coached 29 years in South Carolina. I was went to Coastal Carolina University, and I was the first player they ever had. We played club ball back whenever Charleston Southern was Baptist College, and so went to work at Wilson High School. It was my first job in Florence, South Carolina, and there 3 years. Moved on to Johnsonville High School, and that was a great run. That reminds me a little bit of Jessup. We're black and gold, and the 7 years I was there, we won 5 region championships, 2 lower state championships, and a state championship. And then I moved on to Georgetown High School for 3 years, and that was where I was raised. Before moving on to 4A South Florence, I was there for 6 years before I moved to Charleston. I was at Arby Stall for 2 years, Fort Dorchester for a year, and my last stop was Bluffton High School for 7 years. And Bluffton was a special place, and I'd kind of got tabbed as a rebuilder, and would take over programs that were struggling a little bit. And but Bluffton was a great move for me and my family. We 4 to 7 years, we won at least 12 ball games. First year, we won the region championship, went 12-2, and then next year, the only game we lost was up at Death Valley at Clemson. We went 14-1, moved up to 4A and came back, and 4A is like 7A here in Georgia, but now they have 5 classifications as of last year. But we went 12-2 again, lost to Northwestern in the semifinal. Mason Rudolph was the quarterback who starts for Oklahoma State. And this past year, we lost one game, third round, got upset. But it's a great time. But, I've always wanted to coach in a one county, one school, one community setting. And, this is a special place. They had a meet and greet for my family a couple weeks ago. And, it was just a little bit overwhelming to such wonderful people. And they took time, right during supper time to come out and to greet us and welcome us to Jessup. And, just meant the world to my family.
And tell us a little bit about your family. I know you have a son that's going to play for us. Ashby, met him, so good-looking athlete.
Yeah, Ashby started school Monday, and he's making the adjustment. He's pretty excited about the opportunity to come down and be a part of some South Georgia football. So he's a sophomore. He's 2 years varsity experience. He started for us as a freshman at receiver. He has some skills. He's a long snapper. Does different things besides wide receiver. My wife, she teaches 6th grade ancient world history, and she'll be coming as soon as we sell our home in Bluffton. And then my daughter is off at, she just graduated last year. She's a freshman at Francis Marion University, studying nursing. Her name's Anna Caroline.
And you told an interesting story. You came and kind of looked around the area. As people said you had a flat tire, people have to that. But how was when you first came? What? Like I said, you come, you check the area, do your homework. What impressed you about the area and about the town?
Well, I always try to do as much research as I can because, I like to go ahead and have my mind made of what I'm interested in doing way ahead of time. So Lori and I, we came in when the job opened, and we kind of toured Jessup. Stopped by a couple of convenience stores, went by Sybil's and had lunch, and met the owner there. What a wonderful guy Mr. Johnson is. And anyways, we while riding around, we picked up a steel rod in our tire, and it was late Saturday afternoon, so we were. But many places still open, so we made it to Walmart, and those people there just really took care of us. The tire really wasn't fixable, but it was 3 days out with the tire, so they made it happen. They really took care of us and fixed the tire so we could make it home. But everywhere we went and stopped, I mean, the people here are just incredibly friendly, super supportive, and since taking this job, it's just every day I meet new people, and it's such wonderful. Jessup and Wayne County's got a lot to be excited about and proud of.
You just joined us, the new head football coach, AD Ken Cribb, joined us on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show. I asked you this when you first got here, what type of offense you run. Still get that same answer, or an offense that scores a lot of points, but you haven't really given me the formations. People keep asking, what kind of offense does he run? I said, I know, I haven't been able to find out yet.
Well, most people don't really understand it. It sounds kind of crazy, but it's a hybrid offense. It looks like the spread, but it's based off a double wing philosophy, which is first cousins to the single wing. A lot of motion, a lot of speed. The thing about it is we share the wealth. So we'll have 6 rushers and 5 receivers, and we stay as balanced as we possibly can, and we let the defense dictate the play calling. So if we pay attention, they'll let us know what we need to be running. They'll give it to us, but and sometimes we do a little baiting also. But I like to be as balanced as possible. Run, pass, inside, outside, misdirection. Throw a couple little wrinkles in there every now and then to keep you really honest, and just stay awake, and they'll do a lot for us. But the kids really, really love it, and and when you're moving the ball and it's an up tempo. Our kids are going to have a hard time in the beginning with practice, because our intensity at practice is kind of unique, which it really makes for Friday night fairly easy. So any games will be nearly as tough as our practices.
And how about the defense? Do you have a certain formation like on defense?
I do. Well, we like to be multiple because it just depends on what we're playing. We'll jump back and forth from a 4-man front to an odd front to a 3-man front. I've had a lot of success lately with the 3-4, but we like to be able to adjust without substituting our personnel. So we'll jump from a 3-4 to a 4-2-5 and actually mix in a little 4-3. So it's mostly based off our philosophy. We try to keep our philosophies as intact as possible, but our main thing is we want to be very, very physical and very, very aggressive. We like stemming. We like to keep the offense off balance, so they don't know exactly what is going to be coming. We've had success with that. Teams that prepare thinking they were going to do a certain scheme or in a certain front, and then they'll see something totally different. Catches them off guard. I know last year at the Irk Russell Classic, coach was expecting one thing and got totally different. It took him a while. It was effective. So, but like I said, what we do is based more off of philosophy than it is any than X's and O's.
Again, you've seen the film. What impresses you about the kids in Wayne County? Does anybody stand out?
Well, the biggest thing is how they get after it. They really get after it, and you got over 80 kids returning, and I think we got like 8 starters back on offense, and 4 making all region last year, and I think we have 6 or 7 back on defense with 3 making all region. And good looking kids, got good sized. O-line's huge. D-line looks very physical. The both running backs, thick, good sized kids with great explosiveness. So some good looking receivers, got some height, and so I think the ingredients are there. It's like my hobby, I like to cook. And so I'll tell you right now, with cooking, ingredients is the key. And football, the ingredients are the kids. And, I always joke about football and say, it's like horse racing. You could put the best jockey in the world on a donkey, and he's going to come in last place in the Kentucky Derby. And if you put my big butt on back of Secretariat, I'm probably still going to win the race. So you got to have kids. You got to be organized. You have to have philosophy. You can't jump back and forth. You can't change midstream. You got to do what you believe in. And our kids, they won't be long. They'll be believing in what we're doing. They're going to get excited. They're going to go hard.
You mentioned earlier you haven't solidified your middle school program, but the question I got is how hands-on will you be with the middle school programs, the recreation? I know you said you want to be the recreation director. As you mentioned when we talked, it's an overall program, starts from recreation all the way up. So how do you implement all that here in Wayne County?
I use the analogy like building a home. You better build that thing from the ground up. You better make a solid foundation. You can have whatever type of roofing you want, but if you didn't build the foundation solid, the house it's not going to stand. It's not going to last. So a lot of attention to our middle school programs and our recreation programs. My intent is to have camps for all the kids, camps for the 2 middle school programs immediately when summer hits. Excuse me. Also, camps for the whole county for the recreation football, but more importantly, clinics for the coaches, because if you have to train everyone to whatever business it is, you need to be properly trained, and you can't just do it the way you were coached 15, 20, 30 years ago. you gotta adjust with the times and what's working, and also support each other. And so we're going to support them, and we're going to in return ask them to support us.
You got both hats, head football coach and AD. Have you met with all the other coaches and all the other programs, and what's your philosophy on that?
In the process of meeting everyone, have met a lot, but I think, success is contagious. Winning is contagious. Real excited about that role. I've coached about everything. I take a lot of pride in telling stories about my days as a soccer coach and golf coach. I had great success in both of those. The short time I coached, we played for the Lower State my first year coaching soccer, and I'm not going to take a lot of credit other than that we were very physical, and I had a foreign exchange student that was incredible. In golf, had a great golf pro. I just made sure we got where we were supposed to be on time, and we were state runner-up in golf. So coached girls basketball for years, coached baseball for years. Gary Gilmore at Coastal Carolina just won the national championship. That was my high school coach. So, I know how all the sports want to be a part, and, Wayne County's got a lot to be proud of right now. I made it through the girls' soccer game yesterday, and, those girls are physical, and now they're region champions. And then went over and watched the baseball, watched them win the region championship. It was an exciting day, especially a couple of grand slams in one day. So just all the sports. Last week, watched girls and boys tennis. What an incredible tennis facility we have in Wayne County. So it's going to take me a little time, and I'm going to make sure that I get around to meet every coach and speak to each team. And I just we want to build off each other. I think the biggest thing to do is support each other and learn from each other. Secrets to success, and just help each sport grow.
Well, Coach, we've got some more guests out there in the studio. We got a big Classic Cruisers show coming up in downtown Jessup this weekend. A whole bunch of old cars back from all through the years. And if you're a fan of old vehicles, good-looking classic cars and trucks, they're going to be all throughout downtown Jessup this coming Saturday. I always get to see a 69 red Camaro down there. That's what I had when I was in high school, so it brings back memories from high school. But we've got a couple of folks out there in the green room right now that's ready to get on the air and talk about their Classic Cruiser show coming up this coming Saturday in downtown Jessup. Coach Cribb, we appreciate you coming in this morning. We wish you the best of luck as the new head football coach and athletic director of Wayne County High School, and anything we can do here at Big Dog Country to help you, just let us know.
Butch, thank you for having me on the show.
Okay. All right, we'll be back more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in just a moment.
It's the first annual Jessup JC Spring Fair, April 25th through the 29th, Tuesday through Saturday. Games, rides, contests, and great food. Tuesday only family night, $8 per person, including rides. Admission $10 Wednesday through Saturday. $8 admission all week for military and public safety officers. Gates open at 6 each night. Come enjoy the fun times at the Jessup JC Fair with Paradise Amusements. At the Jessup JC Fairgrounds, Highway 84 in Jessup. The first annual Jessup JC Spring Fair, April 25th through the 29th, Tuesday through Saturday. We'll see you there.
Do you have a dirty car or boat? Does your vehicle, home, or business need window tint? Are you wanting accessories for your vehicle? D's Auto Spa is the solution you've been looking for. We are your one-stop shop in Jessup on Cherry Street. We offer pickup and delivery services. Give us a call right now at 912-424-0680 or send us a message on Facebook and find out more about the services and accessories we provide at the quality you deserve.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. We got the guys here from Classic Cruisers, the Omaha Classic Cruisers, in the studio with us this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing? Introduce yourself when you go on the air, okay?
Okay. Well, this is Randy Franks. I'm here with the Omaha Classic Cruisers. I'll tell you about my car, and then you'll know why we're here, I guess. But we have an 80 model Trans Am. It's black and gold, and
looks kind of like the Bandit, right?
Yeah, it looks like a Bandit car, and we've enjoyed having that, and we enjoy participating with the other people. Mm-hmm. And you meet some good friends doing these kind of things and projects, so I've enjoyed being part of it.
And I'm Wade Claxton. I've got a couple of classics. I think most people see me driving around town in my red 1956 Chevrolet truck most every day. And I've had it probably 6 years or so, or 7. And then I've had a 70 Camaro Z28 replica for about 15, 16 years. And
wow.
So we're all big classic car guys, and we're doing the same thing this year that we've done probably for the last, Randy, has it been 4 or 5 years we've been downtown on Cherry Street?
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
So what we're doing again this year is this Saturday we're going to have Cherry Street blocked off basically from the railroad track, Broad Street, to the 84?
84?
Whatever.
First Street?
First Street, yeah. Right. We're going to have that blocked off like we have had for the last several years, and we've experienced good turnout, typically 100 cars or so coming from all around the area. And the only thing that can be a deterrent is bad weather. But we're anticipating good weather this year and a good turnout. So we want to encourage everybody locally that likes classic cars and also newer vehicles to come out on Saturday and experience that with us. We're going to be open actually from 9 o'clock until about 2:30. And Randy will go over some of the specifics about the judging the classes. We're going to be giving away up nearly 60 trophies.
All right, wait. Randy?
Yeah, we're doing it a little different this year on the judging. We have 5 club members that judge, but what we've done differently is we're doing a best of show trophy to the classic cars.
Okay.
This will be 92 and prior. And then a 93 and after, we do a separate best of show trophy. So if you bring a new Mustang or a new Camaro or whatever, it'll fall into a different category. You still have a chance to win the best of show trophy for that division. So that'll be neat. And then we'll be judging trucks separately. So that's I think that'll make it a little more interesting. And we have a club participation trophy. That should be good. And as Wade mentioned, we have about 60 trophies. One of the things I like to see is the Pro Street or Restorod, we call them. It's a modified car.
Modified cars, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool. And then we'll judge imports. We'll select the what we think is the top import, and then rat rods
Category.
Yeah, I'll let Wade tell you what a rat rod is.
Please.
Yeah, rat rod is. There's a whole cult following for that type of vehicle across the United States, and it's basically where people take derelict vehicles and they get parts from all kind of different vehicles and they put them together and make a make a car that, or it could be a little truck. It's very cool, and we see a lot of those around from time to time. We do want to mention that this year R&R Auto and Camper Sales are our primary sponsor. They were I think our primary sponsor last year, and they're going to be down with some of their camper trailers and such as that parked around in the area down there. Also, Old School Entertainment, that's my company. I'll be playing music and such as that down there, and that Interstate Credit Union sponsored me for that this year. Good. We're also going to be doing the 50-50 drawings, which you typically see take place at events like this, where you buy tickets and then the pot split with the winner once we draw the ticket. And also we're going to be giving away a 55-inch smart TV, HD smart TV. We've been selling tickets on that. We'll continue to sell them there the day of the event. Of course, all the proceeds from this event, as in the past, go to we split it between the Boys and Girls Club, Fairhaven's Women's Shelter, the 4-H Club of Wayne County, and Hospice of South Georgia. And we typically give them somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 per.
Man, that's a good fundraiser.
Each year it is. It really is. It's a good thing.
And putting that money back into the community for charities that really need it.
That's right.
And organizations.
And we usually have a good turnout, as far as the local citizens coming down and spending some time with us down there.
All right, the Omaha Classic Cruisers from 9 a.m. to 2:30 in downtown Jessup on Cherry Street from the railroad tracks all the way up to 1st Street. You'll get to see some classic cars and trucks, modified vehicles, but also you'll get to see some new basically the hot rod sports cars like
exactly.
The Camaros and the Mustangs and the Challengers and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. You'll have a Hellcat down there?
Never know. I wouldn't
never
be surprised.
know.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be surprised, huh?
Yeah. There'll be some cool
Corvettes.
cars. Yeah.
So you get to see those brand new vehicles, but the star of the show, of course, are those classic cars from, I don't know, you've had cars down there from the 30s on, hadn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We will this year.
Yeah. From 30s on. So, folks, make sure you stop in downtown Jessup this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2:30 and see all these classic cars and trucks and, participate in the 50-50 raffle. And do you have a People's Choice Award again this year? Or is it all privately judged?
We're not doing the actual People's Choice, but we're doing a club participation.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank
And
you.
Good luck with it with the show.
Thank you,
this
guys.
coming Saturday in downtown Jessup, Classic Cruisers. If you're a big lover of the classic cars like I am, you'll be down there. I can tell you that. 833 Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Bridge Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Republic Services. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we got your midday week weather forecast, and we'll take a peek at the weekend also.